STAAR. There's 4 levels of thinking, and it's going to go back to your lessons. Okay? And some of you have heard of Bloom's, and some of you have heard of Webb's knowledge field, and we're going to talk about it. They're both different, they're both the same, similar, very different. If that makes any sense. But this is where STAAR assesses the analyzation and the concept. So they have to understand the concept and skill, and then they're going to ask the kids to analyze it. Okay? Go to the next one, Mr. Casano. Okay. Level 1, line of questioning facts. Level 2, line of questioning. Level 3, procedural knowledge. Concept, facts. Concept, knowledge, skills. Procedural, process. Problem solving falls in here. And then metacognitive knowledge, which is level 4. Breaking it down, creating something new. The way this looks in STAAR is that students are seeing problems that are 3 or 4 steps. They're having to add and then multiply and then put together. In science, they're being asked, for example, matter. They're giving real-world scenarios, and they have to understand those real-world scenarios, and they have to then break it down and use it to find temperature, at the same time thinking about 0 degrees and Celsius. Very complicated, very complicated. Think of the categories, and they're not just asking them one thing, they're asking them things. One question can come from 1 category, 2 categories, or even 3 categories at the same time. Oh my God. As you're talking in your group, on your chart paper, I want you to write down, you're gonna show us what you're thinking, your work, and then I want you to, on the side there, your paper clip. What math skills are the students asked to perform? What does the student have to do? After this, I want you to turn to your pink sheet. Some of you have heard about Bloom's. This is called the depth of knowledge level. The difference in a nutshell, this is about tasks the kids are asked to do. Bloom's is about the thinking, depth of knowledge. Bloom's taxonomy, are you all familiar with Bloom's? Bloom's is, write it down, research it. Taxonomy. Bloom's taxonomy is about the level of questioning, and the depth of knowledge by Webb, it's about the tasks, the activities at the end that the kids are asked to do. I want you to look at this chart at the bottom from this pink sheet and tell me, is it a level 1 activity? Is it a level 2 activity, level 3, or level 4 activity? Okay? All right, talk to me about the problem. What did you notice with 16? What did you notice? What are the kids asked to do?
First of all, to recall how to calculate area.
Okay, so they're asked to do area. They have to recall basic knowledge area, right? I saw a lot of you have the equations for area. I saw a lot of equations. Length times width. So they're having basic facts. They have to know that. Okay? Anything else that they're having to do?
You also have to understand the picture. Like, okay, well, 10 feet here and 20 feet here. They have to really understand it in their head.
They have to break it down?
Yes.
Would you say they have to apply or analyze?
Analyze.
They have to analyze. They have to understand the picture. Analyze. Anything else that they're asked to do? When it comes to operations, what are they asked to do? Subtract. Anything else? Anything else?
Make a decision.
They have to make a decision. They have to make a decision. Did you find this a challenging problem? As an adult? I did. So now think of a 5th grader. This reminded me of my high school math in algebra. Okay, when we did length times width, that area piece. So think of a student who is struggling with subtraction, or they're struggling with multiplication. Is this a multi-step problem?
Yes.
How many steps? At least how many? About 3, right? About about 3 steps. About 3 steps. Do you think this is a double-coded?
Yes.
And where do you think that critical thinking, where does it come from? Where do our T's come from? From readiness supporting at the top or the process standards at the bottom? Process standards. The process standard, that critical thinking, Isn't that, I thought that was a hard problem. Okay, did you find it, Ricardo? Okay. Ricardo, what T is this problem?
5.10C.
5.10C. Is it double-coded?
No,
It's not double-coded.
it's just a reference.
It's just a readiness standard.
Select and use appropriate units and formulas to measure length, perimeter, area, and volume.
You hit it right on the nail. That. But look at how much more the kids are being asked. And it's not even a double-coded item. It's basic. Basic. This is, kids are being asked basic level questioning, but this is not basic level thinking. Is it a level 3, level 4? This pink sheet is the Webb's depth of knowledge. This is for all subjects. When I first saw this, at the bottom, they have activities like, they have tasks like context clues and summarization at level 2. That means lower level. And I was in shock because summarization, circle that, summarization and context clues is a big, 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 big problem for all our kids. Ricardo, yes or no? Yet, it's lower level tasks. So I'm thinking, oh my gosh, that means that as a teacher, I'm not even teaching this correctly. Okay? All right? I was just in shock. Okay, so this is all grades. It's very general, but I gave you something a little bit more specific. I forced you to decide, is it level 3 or 4? And some of you were going back and forth. I'm going to give you something that helps you out. Turn the page. You have one just for math. I want you to use the sheet. Does it help you clarify your 3 or 4? Okay? I want you to decide from this one, 3 or 4. I thought it was 3 also. Leap forward. Remember when we did the breakdown of the questions? They have it as a level 4. Okay? They have it as a level 4. I disagree. I think it's a level 3 because they're asking to do the multi-step. Okay? I want you to look. This is the last question we're going to do. 24. Do you think that's a level 1, 2, 3, or 4? I'm going to give you 2 minutes. Talk with your group. 1, 2, 3, or 4.
There are 4 times as many problems.
Ricardo, what level does leap forward suggest this is?
For question 24, it's level 1. And the answer is J.
Did you get it right?
I guess that's English.
When we work this out, you have to do a lot of this. A lot of process, a lot of multiplication. It's basic skills type multiplication, but you have to know the vocabulary. Look at multiplication. Look at the words twice, 4 times. Do you see that? It's not 4 times. If Johnny has 4 apples and he multiplies, no. Twice, 4 times, and that's what our kids struggle with. Ricardo, what was the answer for 16?
F.
Did you get it right?